I'm out here on a walk today. It is absolutely gorgeous. It feels like spring has finally arrived in Oregon. It's been such a long, wet winter, and it's just been dreary. Not that I don't love the rain, mind you, but sunshine and warmth and green. The ability to go out in shorts and a t-shirt and just feel comfortable. It's invigorating. Anyway, my name's Robin, and I'm bringing this video to you because I'm out here walking, and I'm thinking to myself, this is how I imagine a Chrysalis campus looking on the areas which aren't being used for anything other than just providing living space for the people of the intentional community. So if you haven't listened to my videos before, what Chrysalis is it's an intentional community built around a commerce center with the intention of creating a co-op, co-owned business and living, thriving model. It is Chrysalis is a safe place for profound change, and what I'm talking about by profound change is going from living in competition to living in cooperation in community setting, which brings everyone more resources, more time, more bounty with less work. So, here I am in this park, and I'm thinking to myself, this is what I want a campus community to look like. And I'm just going to go ahead and turn my video around here and just kind of give you a rough idea of what I'm sure most of you have been in a park before, but I mean, just the sheer beauty of this. This is what I'm talking about. And you can see, how well, at least for me, I would want to live on a piece of property like this. And I'm sure many people, maybe or maybe not you, but I know most of the people that I know would love to live on a property or right next to a property like this. When we go out in the world and we look for our houses to buy or to rent, we look at, well, where's the nearest park? Where's the nearest schools? How safe is it? How beautiful is it? And like I said, I would love to live in a spot like this. Anyway, Chrysalis originally came to me when I started thinking about communities working together to create a better living atmosphere and to create a place which is more beautified and more rich, more deeply connective in our communities. And I thought about it in existing suburban subdivisions, and although there's a practical application for some of that, it doesn't seem particularly practical in a short-term application. So what I started thinking about was, well, what if we took, say, 50 acres, a 50-acre campus, and we built something on it? And what if, by building something on it, what I mean is we have a community of homes which people buy into like a condominium, so they're a real piece of property. And we also have a business which people work at, which they also co-own. So by the time's all said and done, what they're doing is they're sharing in and contributing to the value of an intentional community, which is, for all intents and purposes, self-sustaining. It buys and sells with an outside market, and it uses the products and services that it produces to create income to pay the people who need to live or want to live on this campus and work for the facility, or the support services, things like landscape maintenance, permaculture, education, a bistro, library, LMT, licensed massage therapists, counselors, financial counselors, the list could go on. And I personally have a passion for tiny homes and micro dwellings. So we're talking homes, living quarters, which are, somewhere between 250 and maybe 1,000 square feet, maybe upwards of 1,250. But I mean, to me, that's not really a microdwelling. That's more like a small house. And I'm thinking, in the 1,000 and under square foot range. But really, 250 to 750 square feet, like, a lot of tiny homes you see, or a lot of manufactured homes that you see. And I'm also an architecture student, or architecture background, a building background, so I thought, well, I could design these microdwellings, and they could be made in a modular way, so that, let's say you start out with a 250 square foot home, but by the time's all said and done, you end up with, let's say you really, really, really love to cook, so you add on a module which is designed to be a kitchen, adding another 200 square feet, giving you 450 square feet. And then 5 years later, you decide, well, you and your partner want to shack up together and live in the same household, so you add another bedroom unit on. That's another 200 square feet module, and so on and so forth, starting with a 250 or 300 square foot base model and working up to, upwards of, maybe 1,000, or again, like I said, 1,250 square feet at the most. And, here's the thing. If you have the ability to create a manufacturing facility which can produce these things for transport, just like a manufactured home, then why not use that facility where these people are working, these 250 people on this campus or so, do most of their work there, and the first initial actual customers, clientele of these products, of these microdwellings, and of those services, are literally the people who are producing them. You have an instantaneous marketplace for up to 200 to 250 units, or potentially more, right out of the financial gate. So you have a business model which is based on these microdwellings, and you have an instant clientele of 250 or more homes. And that's before you start marketing to the outside world. You create an instantaneous demand for the supply that you need to produce to bring in income for the community structure, for the business structure. So, that's kind of the nuts and bolts of what I'm thinking of, at least for the first intentional community for Chrysalis, is a manufacturing plant that has the ability to create these modular microdwellings which can be added to, which look amazing, which perform even better, and really give a true solid foundation for getting the business going and supporting the community that's built around it. That's kind of what I'm looking at. And, this business structure, these communities could be made with any business structure in mind. It could be a call center. It could be an insurance company. It could be a health center, like a hospital, incorporating holistic medicines and Western medicines and alternative medicines. Doctors and nurses living on the campus to provide the services, the best possible care for people who need it. The difference in the healthcare system could be amazing if we started looking at it from that kind of a standpoint. Hospitals often, are on a campus anyway to begin with. So why not use an intentional community to build some of the best healthcare facilities out there that would cost less, that would be more beneficial, that would be more complete, that would be more holistic, and create a sense of community while doing it. Chrysalis is about community. Chrysalis is about profound change. So let's use the tool of intentional community to create profound change in each and every industry that we have the ability to touch. That's Chrysalis. And I hope you will join me. I hope you will help me actually get Chrysalis off the ground and create it so we can start providing these communities to profoundly change the way we live in this world, the way the world helps us, the way we help one another, and create a life worth living. Thank you. Have a great night.